Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to show you how to install Forge mods using Zalith Launcher. This guide is going to be more of a beginner guide to installing just basic Forge mods using either CurseForge or Modrinth, and I will show you how to check your errors and basically make sure that your Forge mods are compatible with other mods and so on and so forth. If you're enjoying this content, I have some other videos on the channel right now. One other one that is for fabric mods at this present time, and another one about installing Zalith Launcher. If you don't know how to install Zalith Launcher and set it up, then please go watch that now. Otherwise, we are going to jump right into installing Forge mods. Now, for this example, I'm going to use probably a horror mod or something just so that it makes sense. So first thing you're going to do is click on this little icon on the bottom right hand side. If yours says just 1.2, 1.5, just like this, you can still click on it. And then we're going to be shown a page just like this. Now click on Install New Version on the top left hand side. It's right below Zalith Launcher. And we're going to select a version. Now the version that has a lot of horror mods is 1.20.1. And I'm going to assume that you probably want to play some of those horror mods like that Kalis Plays guy or even Calvin or something like that, because I love horror mods too. I am a horrific person, and I am very horrifying if you ever saw my face. Yeah, I'm a pretty scary looking guy. I don't leave my mom's basement. Now the click on this button right here is going to be 1.20.1. and we're going to click on the icon that says Forge. You can also notice, guys, that we're going to be able to install Optifine and stuff like that, but that's not for today's video. I will do videos about how to install performance mods and stuff like that for both types of loaders, so stay tuned for that. So now click on Forge and then click on the latest version. The latest version, Forge 1.20.1, should be fully up to date. Now we're going to click on this little text box right here, and we can actually name this mod pack that we are creating right now. Click the back button on the delete, and then you're going to name it Horror Mod Pack if you want to. I don't know what just happened there. Horror Mod Pack, and click done. Now make sure you click on the right download button, the one that's underneath the home icon, and you're going to wait for it to download your Forge profile. This is going to download the Forge loader so that we can select it in the next step. Now I don't know which mod I'm going to download yet, but I'm going to probably just base it off one that I know, which is a very popular one right now. Yes, the broken script is going to be the mod pack, or the mod that I'm going to download, because the broken script requires some other mods for us to download. Now there's other ways to download mods, but most of the mods for Forge do show up inside of the actual Zalith Launcher, and what I mean by that is in my fabric mods guide, I showed you guys an example about a mod that doesn't show up in Zalith Launcher, whereas most of the CurseForge mods do show up. But if you are downloading mods outside of Zalith Launcher, I'm going to show you how to do that as well, which is what we're going to do. So what I did here, guys, is I clicked on the icon again, and then I selected my horror mod pack. Make sure you select the right one. There will be a little icon that looks like a Forge icon, and then you will be able to click return. Again, guys, this is based off of all of my installation video, the very first video on the channel, which shows you how to install Zalith Launcher and set it up. The next thing I like to do is get my mods. So what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to actually go into my web browser and I'm going to type in CurseForge. Yes, we can download mods directly through Zalith Launcher, but the reason I'm showing you this is because I'm going to manipulate a crash so that you guys can learn how to read your crashes in the most easiest way. So now I'm going to download all of my Java mods by going to Minecraft. I'm going to scroll all the way down until I see this popular categories and click on mods. Now in the search bar right here, I'm going to click on the and type in the broken script, just like so. Now, yes, the broken script does work for 1.20.1, and click the search button, and it should show up right here. This is it right here by Wendigo Drip. Now click on that, and now you need to click on the three dots, click on the desktop site, and you will be able to see this download icon on the top right hand side. Click on the download icon, another window is going to show up here, and you're going to click on all game versions, click on 1.20.1, click on all mode loaders, and then click on Forge. Now click on download file. Now there's going to be a countdown that's going to show up here, and then it's going to start downloading your file. It's going to say this file might be harmful. Yeah, it probably is, but we're going to download it anyways, because just like I said, guys, I'm a pretty horrific guy. Now the next thing I'm going to do is navigate back to Zalith Launcher. Now, if you already watched my fabric mod video about this step, you could probably just figure it out yourself. However, if you're here just for Forge mods, you're going to click on the gear icon beside where it shows your fabric or Forge horror mod pack, which is right on the bottom right hand side. Now you're going to click on the mod management underneath shortcuts, and then we will be able to install our very first mod. Now the first thing you're going to take note of is that it says we can download mods, but on the bottom right hand side there's a bunch of icons. The one in the middle that looks like a plus icon with the notepad is the one we're going to click right beside the download and the search icon. Now we're going to be inside of our folders. Click on the three lines, click on your device name, go down to your downloads, click on the three dots, click on sort by modified newest first so you can see your broken script mod right here. Now that that has been copied, which is basically what it's doing, we can click on home and then click on launch our game. This mod requires another library to work, so I'm going to show you how you can basically check for this, as there should be a crash that is presented to us on the screen when we actually jump into Java Minecraft. And the reason I'm showing you it this way, guys, is just because I want to try to avoid people asking me how do I read my logs, how do I check for different crashes and stuff like that. I don't know every mod out there, I'm going to let you know that. I'm just showing you examples of what does what when basically I install mods just like this one. As you can see here, it says no class def found error, software Bernie Gecko Live animatable geo entity. This has basically crashed. So that might mean nothing to some people, but on the most part, I already know what this means, and what this means is I need this Gecko library for this to work. So I'm going to click on the little gear icon, click on force close, click confirm, and then navigate back to Zalith Launcher. Now I'm going to click on this download icon beside the gear icon, and then I can go into the search bar and type in Gecko. Now, not all mods are going to tell you this or make it straightforward. However, this is probably the most straightforward way to actually see that you have a crash or any errors or anything like that. Otherwise, you can use a good old thing called Google in 2025 that tells you everything you need to know, or maybe ask the community, hey guys, what does this mod require if it keeps crashing, or maybe it just does not work for Zalith Launcher. Sometimes that happens too. So here's the Gecko library. Now we are in the downloader. This downloader, again, you can select between either Modrinth or CurseForge. You can select your mod loader, which is Forge only, by clicking the search icon and clicking the mod loader button. And that is about it. That you don't really need to know too much more. You can mess around with other stuff like how popular your mod is and all that kind of stuff, but basically we're just trying to get this mod to work. Now click on the Gecko library. It doesn't matter where we get it from as long as we have the ability to basically install it to this mod pack. So click on that, click on the latest version, click confirm, and then that mod will be right inside of our mods folder for us to be able to use it. Now there is a mod like the vein miner mod and stuff like that that also requires other stuff for it to work. However, that is something that you can mess around with yourself. And then basically it is another mod too that does not show up, I guess, on Modern or on Zalith Launcher. So if we type in vein miner, I like the vein miner mod, just it's an example I used inside of my fabric guide. So let's go right here. As you see here, it doesn't show up. That's not it right there, that's just a different one. Let's go download that one real quick right here. I don't want to make these too long. I'm going to go into Modern and get it, and I'm going to take note of the version by typing in vein miner right here. And again, this is something that we need to get manually by clicking download. Click the platform first, go to Forge, and then you're going to scroll all the way down. Now I found that 1.20.1 does work now. I think they must have fixed it. It didn't used to work in the past for whatever reason. So again, click the little gear icon, mod management, click on the 3 dots, sort by modified newest first. I know I'm going a little bit fast here probably, and that should be it. Now I don't remember, I think this one does require you to have Kotlin as well, so we're going to download it just in case. It doesn't require you to have Silk because Silk doesn't work for Forge, but it does require, I think, Kotlin to work. And let's click on return, and click on launch game. Now we should be able to see that the broken script has been downloaded and installed perfectly fine. And you'll probably notice I always click on this mouse icon because I never use it, and then I put my icon for the gear icon in the bottom left hand corner. Now if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, because I'm going to continue with a whole bunch of guides about Zalith Launcher, because it actually is a really great launcher for your Android phone or your Android gaming handheld of any sort. And here we go. We have ourselves the broken script. Now you can see that the vein miner mod is loaded, and we have the Kotlin Forge, Gecko library, broken script, and everything else. Have a nice day, guys. If you want to leave the broken script, you'll have to force close it because there is no way to quit the game.